Hi, this is Jim McCarthy. I'm the co-founder of Stellar, and I'd like to talk to you about the future of online live events and how I see them as an open door ahead of us in the live entertainment industry and why I'm so excited. To do that, let's go back in time just a little bit and think about how we got here. We probably all remember for the rest of our lives that week in March when we went from possibly slightly in denial to absolutely not in denial, where suddenly the world was changing very rapidly. Things started happening that really showed us that the world was going somewhere it hadn't gone before. The NBA canceling the rest of its season, Tom Hanks announcing on Instagram that he and Rita Wilson were sick with COVID, travel restrictions, and closures that just suddenly took the world by storm. And in the live entertainment industry, we had a special form of this, which is that we went in just really a matter of hours from a normal 100%, even a so far pretty good year, to 0% revenue in just hours. It just was a truly shocking and gut-wrenching ride. And by the time Sports Illustrated published its next issue, this is how the cover looked. And it wasn't just the cover of Sports Illustrated, it was everywhere. And it wasn't just sports, it was sports and music and theater and every other place in live entertainment. And frankly, not a whole lot has changed. It's been a very difficult time for our industry. It's been months wherein we've been unable to just operate our business. In a way, our businesses ceased to exist. However, one thing that has emerged in that time is online events as a credible form of entertainment and a credible way to engage with audiences. Now, I got to tell you, I have a few thoughts that not everybody agrees with yet, but I think they're going to. And that's because I think of online events as not just a way to survive the COVID crisis. They are the biggest opportunity for the live entertainment business in decades and possibly even ever. Let me tell you why I think that. Fundamentally, in the live entertainment business, there's this problem, or maybe I should say there's a limitation. And we're all very familiar with it. And that is that for every one person who buys a ticket, represented here by my little happy green man inside the pink bubble, for every one person who actually makes it into your building for your show, there are 99 people, and maybe even more, that would love to be there. These aren't just 99 random people. These are 99 people who are probably interested in what you're doing and wish they could be there, or at least wish they could engage in that content. With in-person live events, this is a limit that really matters. It really is a gating factor. With online events, however, live events have always had that limit until now. And that's because online events simply don't suffer from that same limitation. You don't have to have everybody in the same building. You don't have to have everybody in the same city. You can reach people, can reach the 99 out of 100 as well as the 1 out of 100 with an online live event. And that is the underlying reason why this opportunity is so big. But we have to break it down a little bit more, I think, to fully understand it. Let's start with what happens when there's a new medium. What I want to put forward is the idea that online live events aren't just a substitute, aren't just a stopgap. They're a new medium, a new form, a new kind of art, if you will. And with any new medium, there's usually a little awkwardness at the beginning. I use this image on this slide to give you an idea of what e-commerce was like in 1995. I can remember when it first became possible to buy things over an internet connection on the computer, that people took the idea very literally. There was a website that looked a lot like this 1980s style overhead mall map. And the idea was that there's a bunch of stores in the mall, and that you could walk from store to store. You had a little icon. You were represented by a little icon, and you walked through the mall, and when you saw a store that you wanted to go into, you just turned your little icon, and you went into the store, and then you could buy things. Now, it's kind of funny looking back on that because it's so obvious in retrospect that that's not the best way to do e-commerce, but it's pretty typical. It's typical because what usually happens when there's a new medium is that people try to duplicate the past. The first instinct is to take what they know, and they take the things they know that work and simply move them over to the new medium. Doesn't work, and it becomes obvious with time. And it becomes clear that the key is to learn and adjust. And work must go into this process, and time must go into this process. And thought about this new medium as a very serious endeavor, must go into this process, but it can be done. The adjustment happens, the learning happens, and we go from an overhead picture of a mall to Amazon or whatever else, all the other ways in which e-commerce has now become so ubiquitous in our lives. So it takes time, it takes work, it takes learning, and it takes adjustment. And when it comes to online events, I know that some of you are feeling overwhelmed in general, and this may be a concept that's overwhelming. But I'm here to tell you, we've seen the future, and you can do this. It is an adjustment. There is some learning, but it can be done, and I think it's easier than you think. I think that the starting point, the getting up to the starting line and moving out is easier to do than you think, and progress is going to be faster than you think. So I think about that every day. I think about the future, and I think to myself, we can help people. We here at Stellar can help you get to that starting line and start to have success. You can do it. And on the other hand, as excited as I am about online events and their potential, I'm equally concerned and scared and worried about the industry as a whole and all of the organizations and people inside it. I don't want anybody not to make it through. We don't want to see theaters and concert halls and comedy clubs close. And that's why we built Stellar. Stellar was built during COVID specifically to enable everybody in the live entertainment business to make the leap to online events successfully. Stellar really was. We started building this during this crisis, and we built it with a very specific purpose. Stellar is not for meetings. Stellar is not for classes. Stellar is not for webinars. Stellar is for shows, professional quality live entertainment shows. In fact, Stellar is the first total show management system for online events. And we say total show management system because that means we're integrating all the different pieces of the puzzle that it takes to give you the ability to successfully do online shows. What do I mean by that? Well, there's a bunch of things, and I'm going to share some of them with you right now. It means easy to use self-serve tools for event creation, create all the price points and offers that you want, VIP, general admission, whatever you want to do, it's possible on your own. Secure real tickets, just like you'd have in real life. Not just the same link and password for everybody, real tickets. It means a seamless integration with Gold Star, which, as you know, can be a very effective channel for reaching a new audience, but in this case, it's an optional, no-hassle marketing option to reach the large audience of buyers that Gold Star represents. It means a powerful, easy-to-use stream studio, which is kind of like your HQ for setting up your stream and for showtime. It means stream coaches by your side as much as you need before, during, and even after the show to make sure that the technical side runs smoothly. It means ridiculous quality video and audio. You can broadcast to any number of different kinds of devices, including TVs, and if you can produce a signal all the way up to 4K video, we can deliver it. CD quality sound, quality video and audio. It means essentially infinite capacity and stability. We started building Stellar just a few months ago, but we're building the streaming portion on AWS Elemental, which is also at the heart of some of the biggest streaming platforms in the world. So you can rely on it and it scales. It means an elegant and smooth viewer experience, giving your show the professional, high-quality, glamorous feel that it really deserves. It means things like chat and reactions for your viewers to interact with each other and participate in the show, because the live event, the excitement and energy of a real live event is just much more fun, and it brings the whole thing to life. It means same-day pay via our partnership with Stripe. We implemented Stripe in part because it's convenient and easy, but also in part because we know how important cash flow is now more than ever. Through our integration with Stripe, you'll actually get paid for the tickets that you sell as soon as the same day the tickets are sold. You won't wait for the day of the show, and you won't wait for some 30-day marker after that. Same-day pay. It means you get the customer data. This is a system that is yours. You are the client of the system, and the data of the customers is yours. And it means more features are always coming soon. This is not a collection of random parts. It's a total show management system. And what that means is that we will be continuing to add to the capabilities and the integration of everything you need to manage your online show all the time. The features will be coming out continually, improvements, new capabilities, and that's what we mean when we say that Stellar is the first total show management system for online events. We think it's pretty impactful and pretty important. Now, if you don't have a total show management system, you could do something else. You can take a bunch of separate tools and do all the work of stitching it together yourself. It's possible. It can be done. People are doing it. I don't think they're going to want to be doing it for much longer because it tends to be more expensive, it tends to be less reliable, it tends to be lower quality, and it tends to be harder to do. What Stellar offers as an alternative is total show management in one system, seamlessly integrated together. And if you're wondering why you should trust us with this, here's a number that I want you to know. 1,937,654. That's how many shows that live entertainment organizers have created and sold through the tools that we've created over the years. We know what you need. We've been working for decades, literally decades, helping live entertainment organizers be successful, reaching a new audience, and making more money. And Stellar is just a continuation of that. Total show management system for professional events is what Stellar offers. And you could think of it two ways. You might be coming to us saying, I need help. I don't know how to start. Well, we'll be there to help you get started and help you succeed. Or you may be coming to us saying, I got this. All I need is the system. Well, that's fine too. These tools are meant to be used by experts and beginners alike. So maybe what you need from us is to give you the tools and get out of your way. We can do that too. Either way, you're taking a big step toward capturing the opportunity that online events really represent, which I believe, again, as I said, is the biggest opportunity for the live entertainment industry in a long, long time. Thank you for listening. Let us know if we can help you. I'm Jim McCarthy. Talk to you later. Bye.